Good evening. Welcome to Austin High School, Knowlton Auditorium. First of all, thank you, Austin High School, for letting us use this beautiful facility. I'm Dewey Shara. I get to be the principal here at I.J. Holton and Ellis Middle School. A few reminders and a few thank yous. First of all, we'd like to thank the Hormel Foundation for providing us with all these instruments. We are one of the few schools in the state of Minnesota that offers instruments for every one of our students that want to participate in grades starting in grade 5. You are hard-pressed to find another school district that does that and has such high-quality programming. We would also like to thank the Music Boosters. Hey, it's tax time. If you're thinking of a tax deduction, the Music Boosters would be a great one. They not only help us with instruments, but also instrument parts, repairs, music, and all sorts of miscellaneous things that go into making this happen. And there are quite a few of them. And finally, we'd like to thank the Austin Eagles. If you are an Eagles member, thank you. I'm an Eagles member. So when you're there on Thursday night playing bingo, or you're there on Saturday playing bingo, or maybe even pull tabs, those kinds of things, 100% of that gambling comes back to charitable contributions, and one of their biggest ones is our music programming. All of the traveling that our band and orchestras and choirs get to do is paid for by the Austin Eagles. So think about that when you want to go play bingo, or maybe do some pull tabs on Saturday. All comes right back to us, so thank you. And finally, just a couple of reminders. I always say record these concerts, because this one is one of my favorites, because if you recorded the concert at the beginning of the year, play that back, record this concert, play that back, and look at the growth. This is one of the few departments where their performance, their work with the students and the students' work is measured publicly. And when you record that final concert in the spring, you're going to be amazed at the growth that you see. And I encourage you to do that all the way through. However, if you would please put your phones on silent so that we don't have that issue. And students, you know the phone policy. It would be really yucky for one of us to have to come and move you and seat you by your parents during the show. We don't want to do that. Another reminder too, if you're going to move, please do that either between songs or between band, orchestra, or choir. When you're moving around while they're performing, it is really easy. The acoustics here are fantastic for the students to hear you, and it's a little distracting. So if you would do any movement that you have to do between songs, that would be great. All right? Thank you very much for being here. We're really glad to host, and this is going to be a wonderful show. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. My name is Jacob Crosby. I am the orchestra director at Ellis Middle School, which you probably already knew. The first piece we played, we want to say a big thank you again to the Music Boosters. Back in the fall of 2023, I asked for a grant from the Boosters to buy some music to increase the diversity of composers available to us in Ellis Middle School. At the time, there was this collection called Mosaic Music, like a collage, like a mosaic. Anyway, Mosaic Music, and it had a bunch of tunes by Latin American composers and black composers So I asked the Music Boosters to fund that, and they bought it. So thank you to the Music Boosters very much. We're happy to display some of that music for you tonight. Second piece that we're going to do this time of year, I always love to do a fiddle tune because it has some really cool styles. You hear most of the string players fiddling, and in this case I mean playing 2 open strings at once, kind of fun to do. And you're going to hear intricate eighth note rhythms pretty much throughout the entire piece. And it's a fun challenge and a good speed challenge, and we worked really hard on this melody. And the second violins have the melody almost as much as the first at the beginning. So please enjoy Fiddles on Fire. In amongst the fast and energetic pieces, we've got to have a slow melodic piece because it helps us to learn different skills. So when you play a slow tune, you work a lot on the melody. 2 of the things that we've worked on a lot in this particular piece is to play in a smooth, we call legato playing style. Longer bow strokes, not quite as much space, and not quite as much crunch either. Second thing is we've worked a lot on dynamics in this one. So the goal is that you're going to hear varying degrees of very soft and very loud, and something in the middle, but never crunchy, always smooth. Please enjoy the suite for strings, the aria. like we have a technical difficulty, but I remember the last piece we're playing. It's called Attila, as in Attila the Hun. Perhaps you've heard of this fierce warrior who was a very prominent warrior and leader in Central Asia and Northern Asia way back in the day, challenged the Great Wall of China, at least according to Mulan, I don't know. Anyway, Attila was written by composer William Owens, and one cool story that I shared with the students today is that there's a little discrepancy between the score that the conductor reads and the viola part, and it had different notes in the score versus the part. And so on Facebook, and they all called me old because I use Facebook. On Facebook, there's a group for string teachers all across the country, and so I posted a question there. I said, hey, does anybody know what the right note is? Is it the score or is it the part? Which one's right, which one's wrong? And the composer himself, William Owens, responded to my question and told me what the right note was. So that's really cool that not only are we playing songs by hopefully fewer and fewer old dead white guys, and we've got more living composers and more composers that can respond to questions and things like that. So it was a really cool connection. I got to say, thank you very much, and by the way, I really love your music. So please enjoy Attila by William Owens.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ethan Wyken. I'm the 7th and 8th grade band director at Ellis Middle School. This is the 7th grade Ellis Band. That first piece is a blast, Ready the Castle by Gerard Hall. That was, as you saw on the screen, in a new time signature. Instead of feeling in a duple feel, we have that that kind of feel in the song. We worked a lot on that song while standing and kind of marking time like we were in a marching band to kind of feel the pulse of that one. So the students always loved that in the morning, waking up to do some marching band, to wake them up once they get to school. I got to give all of these students credit, first off. We just came off of spring break and then had a snow day thrown in our very short week, and they are still having a phenomenal concert. So let's give it up for the focus and hard work of all these students here. I was thinking of what is that the equivalent of? It's like maybe if like you're on a basketball team and you're gonna run a play that you haven't run in like 3 weeks. Like, all right, let's do that play we haven't run. So they're doing a great job retaining all the information from before spring break. It is Lion King season in the music wing right now. So not only are we gonna play our next song, Circle of Life, the musical coming up is also on Lion King Jr. So making sure I get my dates straight. If you want to hear more Lion King from Ellis students, on March 28th and 29th, so Friday and Saturday, you'll hear Lion King Jr., so come check that out if you want to hear more Lion King from what you hear today. So here is Circle of Life. Our final piece, Critical Call, is written to depict a mysterious phone call off in the distance, maybe in a movie. I know a lot of times students say this one sounds like it's out of a movie. For any music theory people out there, the pitches of the main melody, if you take the pitch numbers out of the scale, it spells 911, so kind of a mysterious like emergency call perhaps. So the students like to talk about what could this phone call be. So you'll hear the song kind of start and end the same way with this mysterious distant phone call. So here is Critical Call. the Ellis 7th grade band. Thank you, everybody. We'll have a quick stage change, and then we'll have 7th grade choir for you.
Or should be Maddie, Jordan, Paul, Brianna, Jocelyn. Okay. Okay, are we ready? Let's put our arms down. We still have a huge gap. Join the choirs. Bella, can you stop hiding and move over as I like? So sorry, guys, I was taking so long to find their spots. Thank you for coming, and now that the choir is finally ready, we'll be singing our songs. The first one is called The Clouds, and our other song is called How Far I'll Go. And we'll have a couple of students that are playing some instruments at the beginning from our choir for that song. I'll just jump right into them, and you can read on the screen about the songs. Thank you so much.
Falling from the sky.
coming to the concert tonight.